These girls disrespected Dakota Ditcheva like nobody else.
Gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard.
If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge.
I love to crush dreams, so let's go.
But despite all the trash talk, it seemed to light a fire in Dakota every single time. Get ready for violence, because this is fighting is art. Let's go! In Dakota's most recent fight, she squared off against the Japanese Sumiko Inaba, known as the Lady Samurai. Her record of 8 wins and 1 close loss was impressive, but it was her fearlessness and chaotic energy in the cage that truly made her stand out. All chaos and pressure, with no reverse gear. Sumiko didn't just submit opponents, she knocked them out, charging forward with reckless abandon, and pain only motivated her even further. She claimed Dakota had never faced somebody like her.
Gonna be surprised when I hit her the first time too. I don't think she's been hit. Like, she hasn't been hit hard. If I take out the face of PFL, am I the face of PFL now?
You'll soon find out that Sumiko did not become the face of the PFL. They squared off for a last time and the war began. And Dakota did not waste any time setting a pace from the get-go, hitting Sumiko with kill shots immediately. The powerful clinch game of Ditcheva was always going to be a factor early on.
Good job keeping her back straight and fight that top one. Inaba knows how dangerous these clinch.
Trying to walk Dakota down and corner her seemed to be Sumiko's game plan, but was easier said than done. Inaba's toughness was being tested straight away by Dakota's relentless offense.
Here's that time bomb, knee to the body.
Inaba seemed to like her chances in the clinch a hell of a lot more than she did at range. And considering the height and reach disadvantages she was trying to overcome, this was probably a wise move. This is a very risky style of fighting for Sumiko to use, but it's not like she had any other options really.
Inaba, because Ditcheva's too far away. Now this is where Inaba wants to fight. She's got to be careful. They want to be here, backed against the fence.
If Ditcheva was expecting an easy night's work, Sumiko was already proving herself to be made of much tougher stuff.
Ditcheva worked to stay at this range.
This was a gritty matchup, make no mistake, a grueling affair from the get-go. Round 1 clearly went to Dakota, but it was definitely competitive. Something would need to change in the second round if Sumiko was going to build any momentum. Trying to win a clinch battle with Dakota is a very tough assignment.
Here's the tight clinch again. Just textbook stuff from Dakota Ditcheva.
It almost seemed like Ditcheva welcomed the challenge, wanting to beat Sumiko where she felt the most comfortable.
A better job than most opponents do of minimizing damage, but the damage is still coming through.
Her offense was as potent as ever, and her ability to pick the perfect shot for the right opening was truly extraordinary.
And one-way traffic. Oh, nasty beautiful from Dakota. And a flurry down to the body. Here's the elbow.
Inaba was taking some real punishment now, and Dakota was not having any issues dominating her up close and personal.
Arsenal, if you're going to take on Ditcheva, you have to make her at least worry about it.
Dakota really is a joy to watch in there. She can fight with clean and smooth technique, but she's also capable of making things ugly.
Hitting him on target to the body.
As the fight's midway point came, it became clear that this was not going to end well for Sumiko Inaba unless she changed something fast.
Tough. She's trying to make a scrap out of it, but she's running out of tactical answers for Dakota Ditcheva.
Whatever game plan Sumiko and her team came up with was clearly getting ripped to shreds in real time.
Right up the middle. And now the fight happens in front of the Ditcheva corner.
We gotta credit her toughness, because some of these shots would have broken many other fighters in the division.
Beautiful. That's Inaba coming in.
Sure, the finish didn't appear to be getting any closer, but this was a polished performance.
What she has to hit Sumiko Inaba with to make her go. But I think
Dakota's physicality for the 125-pound division is really something to be marveled at.
I can hit you with that. That's how hard she's been training for this fight.
Look at the power on even the clinch. Yeah.
Walking forward constantly and entering hopeless clinch exchanges was just not going to work for Inaba.
Back to orthodox. Oh, nasty again. Another knee.
Dakota is just too good at counterpunching, and even if you avoid those, her plum clinch is truly on another level.
She's not seeing well out of that left eye.
Another very easy round for the best flyweight in PFL.
Ditcheva dig deep and maybe spend more gas than she wants to. This has been at Ditcheva's.
Sumiko needed either a knockout or to drag Dakota down to the mat and submit here, neither of which looked likely. But her toughness was beyond any doubt at this stage. She seemed like she had a chin of steel.
Nice leg kick spinning.
And when you give Inaba a
Dakota looked as fresh now as she did in the opening exchanges of round 1
walks right into a straight left.
Blind left.
Ditcheva's constant body punches and front kicks to the midsection were clearly taking their toll.
Successfully, that's the only thing that's landing for her.
Those have all been from the clinch position where
Somehow Sumiko still didn't seem to be showing the signs of major damage, despite being hit with shot after shot over these 3 rounds.
Ditcheva uncork a head kick at some point. Another beautiful.
And whenever she did try to implement her wrestling, it was totally ineffective.
Now here's a takedown attempt from Sumiko Inaba. First one of the night.
Ditcheva looked like was ready to challenge for UFC gold already in this fight, and she's not even in her prime yet.
went to the fence voluntarily and is just kind of hanging.
Shakes out that left hand.
Sumiko's fighting spirit cannot be denied, though even at the end of round 3 she fought on. Dakota could not have been more relaxed under the pressure of Inaba's takedown attempts.
Committing to the level change, but not able to finish.
And you see Dakota Ditcheva shaking her head, not going to get this takedown. Stabbing kick now.
Sure, the finish was looking less and less likely, but she was clearly enjoying herself out there. This is one of the most entertaining fighters in women's MMA history, folks.
Stunting a little. Grabs one more clinch. Big knee to the body.
And with that, the third round finished, marking yet another dominant victory for Ditcheva.
She had nothing for the...
Sure, she didn't get the finish, but that was down to the toughness of Sumiko Inaba more than anything else.
Dangerous Ditcheva!
In the semi-final in Paris of 2023, Ditcheva was matched up against the Swedish Cornelia Holm, a tough submission artist experienced in choking opponents to sleep and breaking arms with no remorse. Competing against the seasoned wrestler, Dakota had some questions to answer, and in the lead up, Holm boasted that Dakota wouldn't be able to survive 3 full rounds.
If you compare my fighting experience, it's huge. It's a lot bigger than hers. Like, I got plenty of more rounds. So yeah, going into the second, third round, that's definitely an advantage for me.
The tension was evident from the ice-cold face-off. At the onset, Dakota tested the waters with jabs and kicks from range.
Hunting kick out of the southpaw stance.
Within 30 seconds, Holm had shot for a takedown.
Weight class as well, and she utilized them. So takedown for Holm.
Beautiful work. Nice scrambled over.
But Dakota demonstrated her wrestling training, refusing to go to the ground.
Looks like she's got 2-hand grip of Cornelia Holm.
Then she replied to her enemy with vicious knees to the ribs.
High-level wrestlers, both female. People who can really... There's the knees. Knees coming up center. Right back.
However, Holm was able not to survive the first round by grabbing on for her dear life.
Now goes back. Holm offers a few as well.
At the start of the second, Dakota released a vicious right hand that made her rival do the chicken dance.
Down the fence. Oh, that was
It's a laser.
And she was now starting to release the destructive attacks.
so long and weightless.
The wrestler again held on to her last bit of consciousness by sniffing Dakota.
Oh,
Is she gonna take her?
But Dakota was out to prove that she is the better grappler. She took down her rival and almost locked in a rear naked choke.
Beautiful. Very grappling skills of Ditcheva.
He's got a hold of the wrist. Gonna in. There's the second.
Preparing to deliver a knockout in the grand finale, she let her back up to her feet.
Good work by Holm to get her legs back. No surprise.
They clashed for the final round, and Dakota would prove that she was still a beast even in the third round.
Round 3, Dakota Ditcheva.
Like something out of a movie, Dakota threw a crisp 1-2 that sent Holm crumbling, and a kick ended the fight.
Put away.
On the line against Valentina Scatizzi. Victory. How do you view that matchup?
Dakota's dominance could be compared to prime Ronda Rousey, but despite being regarded by all to be the best female fighter outside of the UFC, Dakota still had doubters who questioned her ability to take on the very top dogs in women's MMA. So, a showpiece with former UFC flyweight title challenger Taila Santos was set up, and this scary opponent was tipped to provide the toughest test of Ditcheva's career. The Brazilian Santos is a skilled grappler with impressive striking, who had slightly missed out on the UFC flyweight belt after suffering a split decision loss to Valentina Shevchenko. Unsatisfied with the unfair losses, she crossed over to the PFL, winning 3 fights in a row, and now collided against Dakota in the final for the 1 million prizes. Since the UFC is seen as the golden standard in MMA, victory over the former UFC title challenger will be a big indicator that Dakota would be able to defeat the UFC's toughest challengers. In the build-up to the fight, Santos unnaturally went the route of trash talk to intimidate Dakota.
She's commented on one of my posts before saying she wants Barbie's belt, which is a European belt for a start, so she can't have it.
She taunted Dakota by putting lipstick on, and the Brazilian boasted to be a more well-rounded fighter.
We'll see. I just think I'm more complete than Dakota, and we might see that in the fight if she does win.
And at the face-offs, the massive egos of the ladies were evident, both equally confident. It was a classic case of youth versus experience. The undefeated Ditcheva, with a 13-0 record, stepped up to test the waters against Santos with 22 wins and 3 close losses. From her walkout, Ditcheva looked relaxed in the biggest fight of her life. She danced her way to the cage as a pocket of fans from the UK cheered the Manchester fighter. Ditcheva didn't waste time unleashing her long, powerful legs.
I'm interested to see if she tries to take down.
The British Bulgarian proved to be too strong in the grappling department.
Santos trying to get that body lock. She's got double underhook.
She reversed her opponent,
These double underhooks to get Dakota Ditcheva to the ground.
Nice job.
and on the feet, her signature front kick found a home on Santos's face.
Santos moves forward.
She outclassed the now depressed Brazilian, bringing loud cheers from the crowd.
Under 1 minute now in this first frame. And a flurry from Ditcheva.
Every attempt by Santos was rewarded with brutal countershots.
Claim $170 swag bundle for free.
She sneaks out of the sideline. Nice elbow.
She blasted her rival against the fence. And Dakota uncorked hard shots against the former UFC title challenger like never before.
Santos is hurt. Elbow coming in from Ditcheva. There's a couple. Santos is hurt. About reaching down.
With seconds to go in the round, a thudding knee and flurry of body shots turned her insides to dust. And saving, Santos was in the hands of the referee, crowning Ditcheva Britain's first female MMA world champion.
For sure. Santos is involved. She's in big trouble. Here's the replay.
Just brutal. Punches against Chelsea Hackett and Lisa Molden. Hook to the body, knee to the solar plexus.
Dakota celebrated by putting lipstick on in the center of the octagon before embracing her team, including her mother and former kickboxing world champion Lisa Howard, and roaring with joy. On the 22nd of November 2022, Ditcheva had a highly anticipated matchup against American Catherine Corcoran, who was undefeated with 3 straight vicious finishes. But Corcoran also developed a poor reputation for trash talk.
I love to crush dreams, so let's go.
And she felt she could defeat the 6-0 Dakota. Not forgetting her pre-fight ritual, Dakota blew a kiss to start another masterclass.
Ditcheva!
Once the fight started, the British Bulgarian worked her kicks.
After that kick attempt.
And she managed the distance.
Back to the southpaw.
Unfazed by what's coming her way, Dakota stayed in the fire. Her wicked front kicks cracked the American, and she punished her rival for every attempt at attacking with vicious right hands.
Featured a lot of clinch work so far, all out from distance. Oh.
Seeing how she is starting to become a punching bag, Catherine tried the hugging approach. And she wanted a deep sniff of Dakota. But Ditcheva, proving to be better everywhere, she showed her grappling defense and brutalized Corcoran in the clinch.
As well, now trying to push the arm and knees with the quickness.
Easily controlling Corcoran, she took top mount position and rained hammer fists on her adversary, showing no mercy.
Here she is. And Dakota did a good job. Shin pin there.
Corcoran tried the butt scoop approach.
Ditcheva steps out to work on the legs of Catherine.
And Dakota punished her with stinging leg kicks.
Ditcheva uses them great, that teeth.
Getting back to the feet, Dakota was about to change Corcoran's life forever. At first, she released knees to the food basket.
Staying, keeping her back against the fence.
With only seconds left in the round, Ditcheva charged forward fearlessly and unleashed a big right hand that cracked the American on the jaw, and the bombastic shot sent her crashing to the canvas in a heap. Then Dakota relished the chance to land a heavy hammer fist, but the fight was already over. Roaring for joy, Ditcheva had uncorked a vicious knockout, which will announce to her future opponents that Dangerous poses an immense danger. In 2023, Dakota headed to the PFL Europe Women's Flyweight Tournament. In the quarter-finals in Newcastle, she faced the Swedish Malin Hermansson, who also disrespected Dakota and wanted to crush her dreams.
She's the poster girl. I don't have any pressure. She's undefeated, but she's not unbeatable.
And Hermansson copied Dakota's pre-fight ritual. Well, Dakota was going to her own, talking with her knees.
It's a good way to deal with the...
Testing the distance early, Dakota tore through her opponent's knees with no care. She changed stances like Prime Stylebender and employed her long legs.
Ditcheva very willing to...
And the knees again were the weapon of destruction. Then Dakota threw Hermansson around like a rag doll. For a minute, Dakota practiced her wrestling game on her opponent.
I like seeing this from Ditcheva, growth in her game.
Doing her best Khabib impression. From the top position, Dakota transitioned to taking Hermansson's back and locked in a rear naked choke to end the fight, securing the first submission win of her MMA career. The striker kickboxer did not only show that she has great grappling defense, but she also showed her ability to grapple offensively and choke her opponents to sleep if necessary. Following the victory, Ditcheva was joined by her mum in celebration. In December of 2023 in Dublin, Ireland, Ditcheva faced the Italian Valentina Scatizzi, who felt Dakota was overrated and assumed she was tougher than Ditcheva due to the Brit's Barbie-like character.
I can't wait to show you who is the real warrior. I'm like an animal, you know, so doesn't matter who I have in front of me. I won't just go to the cage, smash.
During the face-offs, Scatizzi tried the intimidation tactics, while Dakota, cool in her demeanor, asked for the belt, manifesting a victory. From the onset, Scatizzi pressured Ditcheva, walking her down like a bull to the slaughter. But she played into Ditcheva's hand, and right hands and the signature front kick from Dakota brought her back to reality.
Beautiful.
This has got to get around these legs. Oh, knee.
Ditcheva recalled her Muay Thai training in the clinch.
This clinch knee is we saw fight last year with that nasty.
Then Dangerous framed her up perfectly for more knees.
Position here from Dakota. Nice knee.
Nice tricky knee there from Dakota.
The Italian attempted her only chance at survival with a double leg takedown attempt.
See if she can get Dakota off the cage.
But Dakota was too strong, even in wrestling.
There's that strength you talked about, Brendan.
Exactly.
Warning to keep off, she unleashed her long legs.
Oh, and look at that. Scatizzi ripping to the bottom.
When they clashed again, Dakota released a two-piece and a soda to Scatizzi's skull.
Of Scatizzi.
Beautiful. Look at this.
And she turned her insides to dust with hard shots.
She's... Oh, beautiful.
Scatizzi, as she tries to shoot that target that Dakota Ditcheva has available to her.
Out of nowhere, Dakota caught her rival with a right hand and uncorked the kind of knees that made everyone in the arena start to worry for Scatizzi's safety. Then the British Bulgarian showed no mercy.
But Dakota uses it so well.
More pain on the face of Scatizzi, and now Dakota goes upstairs.
I mean, we're sat close here.
Her opponent's face wore the damage, with her left eye swelling up grotesquely and blocking out her vision. But Dakota, showing her viciousness, attacked the damaged eye.
We might not see number 2 with that eye.
She's going to step in and stop this. I don't think she's going to be able to see out of that eye.
Another right hand there from Dakota.
That was enough for the ringside physician to call off the fight. The brutal knees and extra punishments were rewards for Scatizzi's attempts at bullying. Ditcheva danced round the cage before being presented with her belt and a $100,000 prize. In 2024, Ditcheva made her debut in the PFL American season to take on the toughest stars, at the end of which the winner takes $1 million. On June 13th in Connecticut, Dakota continued her streak of destruction in the PFL and faced the Australian Chelsea Hackett, who had only lost against the toughest opponents. Leading up to the fight, Hackett developed an obvious jealousy for Dakota.
Fighting Dakota has been on my list.
And at the face-off, no handshakes were exchanged. What happened in this fight was more than everyone had bargained for. Dakota quickly sat her on her butt with a thunderbolt right hand. And instinctively unleashed heavy fury with hammer shots. Hackett fought back to get on her feet, but she only ate knees for her efforts. And Dakota showed no preference between pulverizing the body or the torso. Out of nowhere, like out of a Wonder Woman movie, Dakota employed Gordon Ramsay's liver steak recipe.
With a win of any kind. Oh, these are brutal. Nasty combination. And the body work.
That was it for the supremely confident Hackett. This country girl thought she could easily destroy our valiant hero.
Overcommits to things, which will give me opportunities to, take advantage of it.
Claiming Dakota was an industry plant.
Dakota's the golden child. She's become kind of the face of the PFL. I know.
Bishop had sealed her fate. From the onset of their fight, Dakota tested the waters from range.
Is for Jenna Bishop because she can hit the liver.
Dakota likes the straight right target, and in recent fights, got back, gave up a little ground, and then Loaded that.
Then the cocky rival tried dominating Dakota in the grappling department.
Ditcheva does have one victory to her credit.
But Dakota, undeterred, tried to sneak in a triangle choke, but her opponent was wise to the danger.
Long limbs of Dakota are going to make it difficult for her. Now she's set up a triangle, but I don't think she's going to get...
Now, done with the play fighting, Dakota burst through Bishop's abdomen with sharp knees that immediately sent her crashing.
Is going to be unbelievable.
Looking to give her opponent a proper send-off, Dakota asked Bishop to stand up only to follow up with a barrage of blows that ended the fight.
And Ditcheva back to her feet and goes immediately on the attack. Bishop's in trouble. And that does it. Right in the forehead. That puts her down.
With her future opponent in the crowd, Dakota knew she had sent fear through their hearts, signaling them to shut up. The ferocity of the finish and the accuracy of her finishing punches sent a fear throughout the PFL flyweight division. That's all for today. Drop a comment on which finish was your favorite. Like and subscribe, please, and have a good day. This was Fighting is Art. Goodbye.